Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Came for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, know you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard, go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, go home. Go hard, go home. Go hard. Go home, go hard, go home. Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, go home, go hard.
What up? Time for the Bottom Line Sports. Let's go. That's my boy right there, Tim. Let me get this off real quick, guys.
What up, bro? What up?
What up? Let me start. Hey, let me keep the music going.
Yeah, we're gonna drop my favorite background music.
In a minute.
Hey, let me tell you this, Flo.
There's a professor showing up late.
There are a lot of people, Flo, that use whatever music, bro. There are a lot of other podcasts I've listened to that use the same background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they stealing our music. Welcome to the Bottom Line Sports episode 133, 1800 on the Facebook group.
Hey, we're gonna have
on YouTube.
We're gonna have 2,000 by next weekend.
Let's go 2,000. Let's go. Let's get 2,000. Hey, and they can find us somewhere, Omar. I was trying to remember where they could find us. I was kind of thinking
at the Bottom Line Sports. The Bottom Line Sports.
All your platforms. Live on YouTube. If we're live on Instagram, hey, let me just tell you, I'm gonna go about an hour. Has it been extended that, Omar? Do you know? You do.
What was that?
Did they extend it past an hour now?
Yeah, it is past an hour now, and I know mine consistently go past an hour.
Okay, good. So maybe we'll go past an hour there on Instagram. This is the Bottom Line Sports. I'm Flo. That guy over there, that's Canteen. That's I Take Jake, and then the guy in the corner over there,
the sports professor.
The one and only, the sports professor. Why do we call him the professor?
You know who it is?
Why do we call him why do we call you the professor?
Because I know everything. That's right. That's right.
Every
Because I'm an expert in everything, including all
Hey,
sports.
Flo, I got one thing I want to say, man. So I know we've had Omar. I know it was me and you. Then Omar jumped on like last year this time before the NBA Finals. And how long has Jake been with us like consistently? It's crazy, right? It's been over a year.
It's been about the same time.
Yeah, about a year.
Jake and Omar came about the same time. Yeah, it's been a little over a year.
Hey, it's crazy, fellas. It's crazy, man. We've been doing some good stuff, man.
We're gonna talk a little NBA, kind of talk a little WNBA at the beginning. You know, this, a little of that, a little Omar's and MLB updates, and then maybe the little professor's mixed bag, and then we're gonna get into some NFL picks, AFC preseason pick,
the best conference.
And speaking of knowing everything, we have a guest. Canteen knows him. You want to introduce him since you know him more than we do?
All right, so man, one of my partners, man, he does a podcast as well, man. He calls it a Situation Tuesday.
Okay.
Set it off Friday, man. He's a guy from my hometown, like near my hometown. He's from Athens, Georgia. I'm from Madison, Georgia.
Okay.
But man, his name is Mr. Go Live. Nard is what they call him, man. He does the same stuff. He does similar to what we do, but it's more like situational based.
Okay.
Things that happen in our life. So he talks about stuff that happens in everyday life instead of talking about sports. But yeah, we brought him on. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give him a little game time for the one, the only
Mr. Go Live.
Mr. Go Live.
He gonna do his picks also?
All right.
How y'all doing out there? Appreciate the invite.
Yeah. Here, let me get him on. Hold on. I gotta change the perspective here. There we go. What's up, Nard?
What's up?
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for joining us.
You got anything to say to the people as you come on? I know you're driving. You gotta be careful.
Thank you. Like I say, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for letting me come on your show.
Yeah. Hold on.
You can hear me?
I don't know if he's breaking up. He's breaking up to me. I don't know if he's breaking up to y'all.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit.
Mr. Go Live.
Mr. Go Live.
Hello?
Yeah. That's a little better.
Y'all can hear me now?
That's a little bit better.
Just a little bit, bro.
Not great though. Hard to hear you.
I don't know.
You may have to pull over and park it so we can get some good stuff.
Yeah, you maybe get a good. But we'll get into it in a minute, and we'll see how you sound in a minute. But welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming on.
Okay.
Yeah. He said he knows a lot about sports, so he might try to challenge the professor a little bit here. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. If you know something about sports, you know more than that idiot Omar. Don't worry.
Hey, Jake,
already starting in on him.
Jake,
He's already starting in.
Boy, I see why Omar
you're lucky
to talk about everything except the
you're
NFL.
lucky I'll let them keep you on the show. That's what you're lucky.
Well, I see Jake still can't play his light bill. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but all right. Anyway, all right, so the show. Appreciate y'all. Hey, go check us out on all the platforms. We got the Fantasy Football League coming on. $60 entry fee. You got $400 for first place, $200 for second place. Check it out on the Online Sports Fantasy Football on our Facebook page. And go join. We got 3 slots left for the fantasy football, so go over there, join that. It's gonna be a fun time. 12 teams, 2 divisions. It'll be a fun time. All right, Omar, you ready? Or I don't know where you at. Usually we start with the MLB. Our sports professor gives us kind of a rundown stat. Can the stat man give us some stats? If you're ready, professor, you want Ken to get his stats going.
Yeah, Ken can go through the standings real quick. I'm just trying to fix my camera right now.
All right, Ken.
Good.
You ready for the stats?
All right, man. So when we look at the Major League Baseball standings, man, as I pull them up, man, we can look at the American League right now. The Yankees are sitting at 73-52. The Orioles are half a game behind. Flo, you saw that I posted in our chat if the season ended today, the projection of what have you. All right, the Red Sox are 7.5 games behind. The Rays are 10.5 games behind, and the Blue Jays are 15 games. I don't foresee them doing much. But then, as I told you guys last week, the Guardians are sitting at 72 and 52. The Twins are 70 and 55. The Royals are 70 and 55. So they both tied. They're both 2.5 games behind the Guardians for first place. And then the Tigers 11.5 games behind in Clubber D. Your poor Chicago White Sox are at 43 games behind.
Why do you even mention them?
No,
you just rubbing it in, Can. I don't know what you're doing, man. Go ahead. Okay.
When we look at the American League West, the Astros are sitting at 68-56. Mariners are 64 and 62. They're 5 games behind. Flo, your Rangers are 58-68. They're at 11 games behind. The Oakland A's are 14.5 games behind, and the Angels sit at 15, almost 16 games behind. So that's what we look like from the American League. So right now, I think the Yankees, Orioles, the Twins, the Guardians, the Mariners, and the Astros are your prominent teams right now. When we look at the National League, guys, the Phillies are still contenders at 73 and 51 in first place. The Braves are only 7 games behind. Omar's Mets are 8.5 games behind, so they're in close contention for second place, and not too bad. But the National League Central, man, I think the Brewers have that sold up, man. They're at 72-52. Everybody else is 11 games or more behind. So you got the Cardinals, Reds, Cubs. They're all 11.5 games behind, and the Pirates sit at almost 14-15 games behind.
Yeah, the West is tight.
Now, when you look at the National League West, is really, really tight because you got the Dodgers at 74 and 52. Then you got the Padres at 71 and 55. And then, lo and behold, you got the Diamondbacks at 70 and 56. So you got the second and third place team, 3 games, 4 games. The Dodgers have no games behind. The Giants are at 10.5 games behind. And then the lowly Colorado Rockies are at 28 games behind. And that's where we sit. So if I'm looking at the National League right now, Phillies are contenders. The Braves and Mets are kind of in contention, neck and neck for maybe a wild card. Am I right or wrong? Then we have the Brewers, who look phenomenal. Everybody in that National League Central has fallen behind. But then the National League West, let's talk about it, fellas. The Dodgers, the Padres, and the Diamondbacks are all in
tight race.
All
right. Thank you, Canteen, for the stats rundown, the standings. Sports Professor, drop the knowledge that you have in that wonderful brain of yours.
Yeah, so just to add on some compliments to Stats' wonderful going through of those standings for us. I love that, the way he goes through everything. Just to add on, though, a couple things we want to look at. In the AL East, you got the AL East and the NL West. You have 4 teams at 500 or above.
Better.
So in the AL East, you got the Yankees, Orioles, Red Sox, Rays at 500 or above. And then, like Can said, you move down to the West, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, and the Giants all at 500 or above as well. So really good there. And as Can mentioned, when you're looking at that strong NL West, the Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks are all 7-3 in their last 10. He also mentioned the Brewers are doing outstanding. They have won their last 5 in a row. The NL East is just jumbled right now. No one can figure themselves out. While I would love to agree with Ken to say that my Mets are going to go on to do anything, right now they're barely in wild card contention. And for them and the Braves, it's not looking good if the Phillies are able to turn on the momentum, which right now they're stuck in pretty much neutral for the past couple weeks. But the Braves also lost Austin Riley for 4 to 6 weeks with a hand fracture. So that hurts them bad. And the Braves have just dealt with injuries all year long. In the AL side, the Astros are 9-1 in their last 10. And they have won. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. They won 9 or 10 in their last 10, and they won the last 3 in a row. Is what I was trying to say.
Right.
So again, watch for the Astros surging there in the NL West. I'm sorry, Flo, your Rangers. They just can't get fully healthy now. They're getting people back.
Hey, man.
They make a run and at least make a wild card, maybe.
If they can get
possibly, Flo.
Okay.
If
They're 10 games behind. What the hell?
But you got to remember, a lot of their team is injured and/or not been playing well. Like their top 4 hitters, including Adolis Garcia, have been having down years. They're down. Jonah Heim got injured. Their catcher from last year. They haven't had Jacob deGrom. Max Scherzer still may not even play the whole season.
Right.
So you got to look at that.
I don't know how the hell we're believing in the Rangers. There's no chance.
I'm not. I didn't say that.
Later.
He said they have a shot to make.
I didn't even say that. I said, Flo, I'm sorry that you're Rangers.
Sorry, Flo. You'll be watching from the outside looking in this year, buddy.
Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, the ultimate antagonist, Jake. I was thinking about this the other day. Jake is the ultimate antagonist because he grew up.
I'd put you up there in the running with him.
Well, no, but listen. Jake grew up in Lubbock, Texas, home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and yet he picks the ultimate ulterior, the great enemy the Texas longs to root for, right? And then he grows up in Texas, right? And he doesn't pick the Rangers, he doesn't pick the Astros, he picks the evil empire Yankees.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And then he doesn't even pick the Texans, the Houston Texans. He's not a Cowboys fan. He picks the Denver Broncos. We should kick him out of Texas is what we should do. And get him out and lose his citizenship.
You got to bring factual with all these these idiots around here in Texas.
You're also a bandwagon hopper, and that's all you're good for.
That's what he is. Bandwagon. He's a bandwagon.
The only reason you even like the Broncos is they won 2 Super Bowls when you were a kid.
That's when he started rooting for him. When he was a kid, he hopped on the Bronco bandwagon.
I wasn't a Cowboys fan. I've been a Broncos fan all my life, Omar.
That's what I'm saying. He hopped on the Bronco bandwagon.
Okay, when they won those titles, that's when you became a fan, just like the Yankees, just like the Lakers. Just like any other team you follow.
I'm not a Lakers fan.
The Lakers. I forgot about that.
Spurs fan.
Shut that up, bandwagoner.
Yeah, but he never talks about the Spurs. All he talks about the Lakers.
Right.
These guys be hating. Get to it.
All right, you got any? Hey, Nard, since you're the guest, you got any questions for the sports professor when it comes to MLB or anything?
Not really. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We got you back.
Okay. All right. Not really, because the thing about me is it's like this right here. You can call them the evil empire, but I think they're gonna do all right in the playoffs, but they're not gonna win it.
Oh,
now
they're not.
Who I think is gonna win it, the whole thing, is more likely between the Dodgers and Philly.
Okay.
They said Dodgers, Philly.
Okay. Dodgers and Philly.
Hey, Mr. Go Live, you mind changing your name to Mr. Go Off Air?
Wow.
Not believing in the Yankees?
And then Jay.
I like it.
Just prove Flo right.
Mr. Go Dead.
Oh,
Damn, bro. Now you need to
I'm just
me
kidding
right now. Okay.
But I like the fact that he picked against the Yankees, so I can't get
Man, get out of here, Flo.
What do you got? You got anything for Omar?
Nah, man. I like I said, for me, man, I kind of hit the projections and kind of laid everything out, man. I'm kind of eager to see what's gonna happen, man. I mean, as we journey, man, next week will be September. I mean, September is here, and then this kind of separates the men from the boys, and then this is how we define who's gonna do what, who's going to the playoffs, and all that good stuff, man. So I mean. I'll caveat on what Nora said, man. I mean, right now the Phillies are hot, the Orioles are hot, the Yankees are hot. It's a lot of hot teams, but now I mean it's time to get over the hump and do what it needs to do. What you need to do to get to the playoffs and do what you need to do to get to the World Series, man. So I hate this.
It's the last 6 weeks, right? It's that stretch run. It's that
right.
No time.
What you got, Narn?
Now, if anybody know anything about baseball, they know that pitching is everything in the playoffs. So if that's the case, the Yankees haven't figured out their pitching yet.
Yeah, they don't have a
pitching.
That's
they
true.
don't
We got
have
the
no
best
bullpen
pitcher
like
out of
that.
everybody, Garrett Cole. What are we talking
I'm
about?
I am a Braves fan, but the Braves pitching are shaky right now because of some effect is all they stuff they got going on over there. The only solid pitching I don't see thus far is from the Dodgers and Philly. So therefore, y'all can't really say Mr. Go Live is Mr. Go Dead. Maybe the professor is just a student.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't say anything.
Wow.
I didn't say anything.
He attacking you. He getting everybody.
I'm not involved in
Come
this.
on.
That was Hot Take Jake. I didn't say anything. I get involved.
He attacking everybody. He going after
Sorry,
It
I'm
was
just-
Hot Take Jake that said that.
Professor Captain Strays over there.
I just got
Oh, my bad, Professor. I got the wrong one. It's Hot Take Jake.
I'll take
I'll
Jake.
take Jake, the greatest of all time.
Okay, Hot Take Jake then. Clap your cheeks.
No,
Oh.
get out of here. Get out of here. Let me tell you something, man.
What
What
do you got,
counters pitching? Hitters. We got them all, man. A Judge. My boy is Juan Soto. Those are the two best hitters right now in the league. We are destroying everybody in our way. There's only one team that can stop us. That's the Phillies. I'm telling you right now. Y'all better book it.
I made a good point though, Omar. You is everything in the playoffs. You got to have a good bullpen to make a run.
Do you remember when the Braves won in 1995? They had 4 aces. You remember when the Yankees won 4 in a row? They had 5 fucking aces.
Yeah,
You got to have pitching. Period.
that's a good point.
Yeah, and I agree. You definitely have to have pitching, especially in the playoffs. You have to have at least a top 3 in your starting
That's right.
pitching that are horses,
Right.
and that way you can get through. And Jake is right though. They do have it when healthy. The problem is they haven't been healthy. They do have Garrett Cole. He is the bona fide number 1, probably one of the best pitchers in the league, if not the best. Luis Gil, a rookie, pitched really good this year. You know, his second half has been a little less than we thought it was his first half, but he's still been doing good. And if they can get Cortez, Rodon, or Stroman, one of those 3 to really get going, they could throw 3 horses out there. So it's possible that they could win the whole thing. I agree that it's possible they may not win the whole thing. I do think that if you're looking at top teams, as was mentioned by Go Live, Dodgers and Phillies are up there. But you also got to admit that the Yankees, the Orioles, even the Guardians, teams like that are up there as well. So
Right. Okay. All right, Omar.
and by the way, shout out to Aaron Judge, fastest ever to 300 home run.
300. Yep. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
He's the
he's not
greatest of all time.
Not even close.
He is the superstar of the Yankee. He is the superstar of the Yankee, yeah. Aaron Judge is.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't close. He beat the next guy by about 1,000 games or something like 100 games.
And even
100
the
It was like 180 games.
too, at bats too. I think it was Babe Ruth at bats or somebody. One of them was he beat him quite a bit. I mean, it wasn't even close either at bats or games. It was crazy. Yeah. He's definitely smoking that bat. All right, so Omar, it's time for your favorite session. Now, I don't know if it's ours, but it's time for the Professor's
Boys.
Mixed Bag.
Subscribe at Ball and Buds. Shameless plug. And you're the one that came up with the mixed bag, so I don't know how you say you don't like it. But anyways, update from last week's mixed bag. Update from last week's mixed bag. The IGF, the International Gymnastics Federation, or Federation, whatever the hell they're called, it doesn't matter. They have decided not to give Jordan Childs of America her bronze medal back. Instead, the Romanian gymnast was awarded it. This is some haberdashery. This is some foolishness. This is some ridiculousness. And I can say for all of my brothers here at the bottom line, we do not support the American getting stripped of her medal. You should have just gave all 3 of them a damn medal. Not like it wasn't an option. That being said, moving on. In the National Soccer League, Landon Donovan was hired last night, and so that's going to be really awesome for them to be able to have a former World Cup Olympic star for the U.S. that they'll be able to throw out there as one of their main faces, as one of the coaches of the league. He was hired by the San Diego Wave, so that should be good. Other soccer news, because we're soccer in our mixed bag today, the U.S. men's team appointed their new coach, Mariucci Periotti. I hope he didn't say his name wrong. It seems like he might be Italian of some sorts. He is from Europe. He's won a bunch in the Premier League, a bunch in the Euro League and other places. So they're hoping he can bring that here to the U.S. for the Olympic squad that we send out there, because it is 23 and under, and his pace is more of a fast-paced style. So that is your mixed bag for today, sir.
All right. Thank you, Professor, for the mixed bag. Real quick news. I don't know if you want to talk about a little bit, but Caitlyn Clark, congratulations to her. She was the fastest, or broke the rookie record for assists, and she seems to be playing even better the second half of the season, coming off of the Olympic break. Any thoughts on her? And could they make a run here in the second half? I mean, it looks like they're going to make the playoffs, but could they make a little bit of a deeper run? Because she really has some unique passes. I mean, that passes I don't think they've seen in the WNBA very often.
All right, so Flo, when you look at Caitlyn Clark, man, she scores about at least 18 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, almost 9 assists, almost 2 steals per game. Her numbers are phenomenal. I think she's gonna make a run, man. I think she should have actually been there with the Olympic team and been with the Olympic team participating. Right. She should have been on the team. But from what they speculated that she had already played college ball. She was new to the WNBA and all this malarkey and all this foolishness. But I think she's phenomenal. I think she may even be, I don't know if they have a rookie of the year for the WNBA, but I think she's in great contention to win that award based off her numbers and based off her stats at this point in the season, man.
Well, we know Caitlyn Clark. We know Jake's a big Caitlyn Clark fan. Not that a professor isn't, but he was a little overboard. But Jake's always overboard, so we have to get a life raft and throw it out there. I mean,
it was ridiculous to think that Angel Reese had a chance to beat this girl at Rookie of the Year. Come on,
it's
man.
It's ridiculous that you're saying she doesn't have a chance. Like, she wouldn't be the runner-up even if she lost. Like,
she's not beating Caitlyn. Caitlyn is going to be the GOAT. I'm warning you.
Stop saying the GOAT.
Oh, God, jeez.
He said gonna be.
Stop saying the GOAT. Please.
Man,
he did say gonna be the GOAT. So
it doesn't matter. He's not gonna be the GOAT. Nobody other great
Look at the hate of Omar. Look at the hate of Omar.
Get out of here.
What I want to say?
Hot Take Jake is cold today. Cold today.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick.
Omar first.
Just think of Magic Johnson and Stephen Curry in one body. That's what she is. She throws assists like Magic and passes like Magic and can shoot like Steph. I don't want to hear that.
Easy bake. Look here, easy bake.
Easy
bake. I'm cutting hot cakes no more. You're easy bake.
Easy bake Jake. Easy bake Jake. I like that. We got a new name for Jake.
You know, AJ Wilson is running the league in WNBA right now. So how in the world you gonna call Caitlyn Clark the GOAT is coming? AJ Wilson is dominating, period. Have you seen her stats?
Ooh. It reminds me of when Kobe was controlling the league in the 2000s and we knew LeBron was on his way. That's what we're about to watch. That's what we're watching right now, Go Live. I'm sorry. Get ready.
Hold on, man. You brought up something. Now you really brought up something. You saying that when Kobe was in the league, LeBron was coming, and when did he come? When did he came? I'm still trying to figure this out. When it was 2010, when he 2011, 12, when he won the first championship, that when he came.
Absolutely, and he destroyed. He took over the league for a
whole decade. How did you take over the league and you didn't win number 2 championships?
Oh, you gotta be a Jordan fan.
You know, hold on. First of all, like I say, Jordan is the GOAT, and then
stop. Hey, somebody throw this guy out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm biased.
Throw this guy out of here. Hey, man, something nice
Omar,
no more, man.
Look at Jake's name.
Look, man, I'm telling you like this. I always ask people this question right here. All 4 of y'all. If you wanted somebody to get you a bucket to win a game, who you gonna pick? Michael Jordan or LeBron?
I think that
Jordan.
I'm going with Jordan all day, man. Jordan gonna
every
boy.
All day, every day.
That kills the GOAT status right there. That kills the GOAT status right there. It ain't about stats. You can pass stats all day long. It ain't about stats. It's about who's gonna get you that game winner, that guy you can depend on at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? Don't you? That was the
No, Go Live. No, you got it wrong, man.
Facts.
A guy you can build off. You need to ask this question. If you're starting from scratch, who would you rather have? Jordan, who needed the same players to help him, or LeBron that is
Man,
he's like a chameleon.
on.
He can do it.
He had to go. He had to go to. He had to go to
let me
the.
talk. No, let me talk.
Hey,
He could win with
Let me
Kyrie.
talk. No,
He
man.
could
I'm
win with
finna shut you down now, Jay. I'm finna shut you down.
Get him.
Man,
Get
you
him.
gotta be stupid, dumb, or you gotta be disillusional. You telling me Michael Jordan didn't go get Scottie Pippen? He didn't go get no Dennis Rodman. He didn't go get no Cartwright. He ain't go get no Horace Grant. He ain't go get none of them guys. What you talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Make it make
congratulations,
sense.
Jordan. You beat all the plumbers in the 90s.
Man,
Congrats.
come on, man. You don't know nothing about no basketball.
Recruited the guy and then brought him to the Heat.
Jake,
He
couldn't
hold
win.
on.
Jake, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you now.
Ring if it wasn't for LeBron. We got to remember that, Flo. Kyrie wouldn't have a ring without LeBron. Same thing with AD, man. That
He didn't go get that.
Or is it the
He
other way
don't got
around?
that.
LeBron wouldn't have that ring without
Oh,
Kyrie.
stop.
Come on.
man.
I'm gonna tell you right here. What ring? I'm for y'all know. What ring do you respect from LeBron?
This
The
ain't no
best ring
LeBron.
that he did was the Cleveland one. That's worth like
Nah.
4 rings.
Look, look what you saying now.
Golden State, that's the only one.
Hey, you're muted, man. You're muted. You're muted.
That's worth like 4 rings. Go live. He did it for Cleveland. Cleveland, this is for you. You
Okay, look.
Did you say that he got Kyrie the ring when Kyrie was the one that made the big shot to win the series?
Exactly.
Like, I'm not even sure.
Guys, y'all go after one shot.
Kyrie-
Remember, LeBron was scoring 30
Sometimes
plus
it comes
every
down to
game.
one shot, Jake.
Come on, man. Without him, they don't do that. Stop
Okay.
that, guys.
All right,
Give
this
us
is
that
hey,
respect.
y'all. That's
Hey.
enough. That's enough content to smash him online. I got this. I'll cut it up later.
Okay, good. Cut it up later and make it.
Please do. I'm
Over,
done with this
anyway,
LeBron topic all day.
Speaking of LeBron, let's go ahead and close this out. Rick Bucher, of course, leaked the email that Clutch Sports was lobbying to get LeBron the MVP, and now Brian Windhorst exposes the Olympic Committee voted on MVP before even the gold medal match was even done. Come on.
That doesn't
Come
surprise me
on.
at all. That
This
don't
is
surprise me at
crazy.
all.
Is this a big deal or no big deal? Trying to inflate LeBron before, trying to give him props before it's even all over. Come on.
I actually want to go first because I'm just going to say that I don't. It doesn't matter. LeBron controls all of his narratives, and he's going to pay the money to be able to do that at any point in time. So
Right.
that's all for that. But I didn't get to talk about Caitlyn Clark real quick, so I do just want to say really quick
Go ahead.
that even though she is going to win the Rookie of the Year, it is going to be a very good race between her and Angel Reese. She has the most assists by a rookie in a single year. Caitlyn Clark does, and she's balling right now, no doubt about it. She had 23, 9, and 5 in her last game, but Reese is putting up double-doubles at a historic pace, the fastest ever to record 20 double-doubles in a year with 19 points and 20 rebounds her last game. Now, to talk about the Fever, they have to get better defensively. Their defense is not good. Their offense has been keeping them in games. They're giving teams too many free throws and not forcing enough turnovers. So
Right.
they're definitely going to step up their defense in order to do anything in the playoffs, but they should make the playoffs. That's all I wanted to say about that. Now you can go to LeBron. I don't care about LeBron.
Okay.
He's a hater.
Yeah. What do you think, Antine, the fact that his company was lobbying people for votes for LeBron as MVP, and also that the Olympic, they voted for the gold medal before
He's a bum.
Man,
Even the gold medal match.
I've given you guys my whole take on LeBron James, man. I think LeBron James did a phenomenal job by getting his son into the draft, getting his son to the Lakers, taking all that. I think that's okay. But beyond that, man, what has LeBron done? I mean, what has he done? What has he done? What has he done substantially that separates him from anybody else that's been an MVP? That's the question, guys. That's the question, Flo. That's the question.
He hasn't done a whole lot. I don't know.
He said his best accomplishment was getting his son in the league. I'm going to remember that one. That's a good one.
He's a hater on him.
Hey,
I'm not hating.
He's just trying to put out some facts. Go ahead, Bernard. Go ahead, Nard. Man.
first of all, to me, LeBron is trying to get the legacy of Jordan. That forever legacy. My name will forever ring in your homes, in your barbershops, in your streets. That's what kind of legacy he wants. That's why he keeps inflating certain little things like MVP for, the Olympics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He wants that forever legacy. Now,
Here we
with the
go.
Sun getting to the Lakers, he shouldn't have hold Lakers hostage like that. He should have never did that, because the thing about it is, he was the only way he was going to re-sign if his son went to the Lakers. And that he wouldn't re-sign with the Lakers. And the
So he
Lakers knew that.
You saying he
That's why the Lakers drafted him.
You blackmail him.
He blackmailed the Lakers. Take my son or else.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And, hold on. And he better do it again. He gonna get Bryce. Look at the contract now. He gonna get Bryce now.
That would be crazy.
Oh, wow. He can get Bryce over there. That's crazy.
I don't know about that.
Wouldn't
That'd
that
be
be
crazy.
wonderful? Hold
Yeah,
on.
that-
Wouldn't that be wonderful seeing a
Ron hold
player
out that long.
of that?
Yeah, because you know why would that be wonderful? Because the Lakers would never win again in history, and I would love it.
No, because LeBron is showing you he's a forever player, because he's still looking as good as he did the first season. Unlike Jordan, who was on his third
Good.
cigar in the
That's
Wizards
a
locker room because he could barely score 20 points. LeBron's over here putting up 30 plus in year 21. So let's stop that. Let's stop the hate on the GOAT.
LeBron, when's
Let
the
me
last
get-
time LeBron played 82 games? Jordan
Let's
played
get
82
to the
40.
I want to
82
hear
games,
that.
80 40.
I
Let's
don't
see him
want
play.
to go to the Wizards and do
Game.
crap. LeBron's won
Let's
3
see him play
championships.
82. See what he does. He's afraid.
Let's give credit what credit is due.
Let's
82
now
games.
answer that question. This is what
82
frustrates me
games.
about LeBron haters.
What?
That year that hold on, the All-Star game for Kobe, did they not play light defense against Kobe for him and give him that MVP?
All-Star
Let's go
game?
back even more and do the same thing for
They
Jordan
never played
in
no
his
defense.
last All-Star game. So now we're going to
You're
kill
talking
LeBron for getting the MVP of the Olympics when he really showed up? Get out of here, man.
Are we
Stop
talking about
hating,
practice?
Flo.
Is this practice we're talking about?
Practice. And AI boy said practice.
Talking about practice?
No.
I didn't even
All-Star
think
game
they were
All-Star
MVP for the
is
Olympics.
to give the MVP
You're
to
comparing
Jordan
that
and
to
to
the
Kobe.
Olympics?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
The same thing. Stop
Come
being a
on.
hater on LeBron, guys.
Not even a hater.
Hey, and you know the one thing I respect LeBron at, for real, it's his business mentality. Now his business mentality is A1. It's A1. I can't knock him on it. That's A1. He set this step up for life, for real. But the thing about it is, the way he played the game, he's supposed to last this long. He didn't do too much physicality anyway in the game. If you look at the way he played, he didn't do too much physicality anyway.
Yeah, there's
He
not a lot
has
of
the
physicality
most
anymore.
points in history, and he didn't do too much. Are you kidding me, Golan?
Because he's playing
He
20 years.
I said physicality.
was going inside the paint. He's been
I mean, he drives a lot to the
wishy-washy
basket.
three-point shooter
All
all
right,
his career.
that's enough
He's one of the
LeBron.
greatest finishers
All right,
of
so
all
let's
time.
move
Yeah.
on. Because
Haters.
I'm not going to be
Haters.
convinced of his,
Get to
of
my
his
AFC.
blasphemy.
All right, next.
Easy bake, Jake. Let's go. So let's do a quick college football, and then we'll move on. Let's make our picks here. We got to make our picks here pretty soon. So, just one quick note on the this one right here. Let me see if I can share it. But anyway, AP top 20. I can't even see it, man. Can y'all see it?
You see what it say. You see what it say. You see it. You see it.
Yeah, we see it.
You see
But
it.
Jordan,
Hey,
Jordan number one.
You ain't even got. Hey, you see it.
Jordan number one, right?
What's that?
Flo,
Jordan-
Flo,
Jordan
Flo,
number one,
Flo,
right?
hey,
Yeah, Jordan
Hey.
number one.
Flo,
Flo.
right,
Yeah.
right click on it, or zoom in a little bit if you can with your mouse.
Zoom in.
All right, well, right click on it.
I'm just gonna down it.
I was gonna say this, yeah, right click on it and you can open it in the window. Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead, Dan. Talk about Georgia. We know you want to talk about Georgia. Go ahead.
All right, man. So I'll go and kick it off, man. I mean, after last year's atrocity, and we're using a big word, atrocity. Last year, when
like
you have a team that goes undefeated for 2 years in a row, lose one game, drop to the 6th seed, don't even make the playoff, and then we end up going to the Orange Bowl and smoking a Florida State team. Florida State, everybody departed from Florida
Without
State.
their quarterback.
Without their
Third
quarterback
string
and without their
quarterback.
starting guys. So I'm gonna caveat on that, man. And I think the whole last year's championship was a whole conspiracy because of Michigan and all their malarkey. And then you got to look at this whole thing. Flo, think about it. Washington was just like TCU when Georgia played TCU. So when we look at what we got right now, man, Georgia fits right where they need to be.
Okay, that's fair. Here's the main question. I know you want to talk about Georgia, but this show's not all about Georgia right now. But I know I just want to make a quick point because there's an interesting fact. Like the last 26 seasons, 23 times, there's been one team in the top 10 that has ended up outside of the top 25. So almost every season, one of these top 10 teams end up outside of the top 25. Who do you guys think? What team would it most likely be that's going to end up outside of the top 25 out of these top 10?
Pick me.
Right now?
We'll go down the line because we'll go down this way. What do you think, Ken? And then we'll go down the line. Out of the top 10, who's going to end up outside of the top 25? I like Longhorn.
I don't think Penn State will be in the top 25.
Oh, really?
That's just can't team. From looking at what we got now, because I think Lane Kiffin, they're gonna bring the fire. I like Marcus Freeman and the guys at Notre Dame. Ryan Day at Ohio State, they got a lot to prove.
Okay.
And then you got a guy, what's his name? Dan Lanning, already out there at Oregon. He's already proved this point. Okay. Sark ain't got no point to prove. The only thing that Sark has to do is show why they are in the SEC.
Okay.
Florida State good, Michigan good, but like,
what's your main reason for
Penn State?
What's your main reason for picking Penn State and that?
They're inconsistent flow. They've been very inconsistent the last few years, man. They ain't really done. They haven't made it to like the.
So they're getting too much credit.
You're giving a team too much credit that hadn't really done anything exponentially at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Omar, I know you were kind of chomping at the bit to get this one.
Yeah, I know who. Those old burnt orange Texas Longhorns.
You're crazy.
No, but to be for real, I'm only doing that because I don't like Jake.
Yeah.
At least I like Jake. Nice teams. No, but Texas is going to have a hard time this year, y'all. Season-ending injuries to both of their starting running backs, PJ Baxter, Christian Clark. They don't have a receiver, Xavier Worthy or A.D. Mitchell anymore. So Quinn Ewers had basically no one in that offense with him. So they may not last very long. But I'm going to go with either Florida State or Missouri. Florida State has lost, their quarterback from the past, Jordan Travis. Now they have DJ Ungalalele coming back to the ACC. If you remember, he played for Clemson before going out to the Pac-12.
Why'd you pick Missouri? Top 10.
I know. I said Florida State and Missouri. I'm picking them both. So Florida State is one of them.
Yeah, but they're not in the top 10 no more.
Those are both in the top 10.
That's Michigan, isn't it?
No, that's Michigan. That's Michigan. Missouri's 11.
Yeah, Missouri's 11 right here.
Michigan number 9. Omar, you good, bro?
I'm looking at my own top 10 list. I apologize for not looking at your top 10 list, but I the point stands that I will then go with just Florida State.
Florida State. Okay. And that was your team last year. You liked them last year.
And I think they would be good, but I just don't trust DJ Ungalalele. He's been at 3 different spots now for a reason.
He went from Clemson,
Oregon State
to the West Coast.
Right.
Now
he's back on the East Coast down in Florida.
That's true. What you got, Jake?
This is easy as ever. Michigan. They lose Jim Harbaugh. There's nothing they're going to do.
You crazy, man.
And they play Texas week 2. Good, congrats. You just got a nail right then and there.
They do have a hard schedule. That is a good point.
They're not doing nothing. This is the easiest pick of all time. Michigan's not being in the top 25.
I still think they'll stay in the top 25. Yeah, I do. I definitely do.
They lose 3 games this year. They lose to Ohio State. They lose to Oregon. And
but if they lose 3 games, they're still in the top 25, dude. Come on now. No. Because
you got the 12 teams this year.
Notre Dame was 10-3 and was still top 25.
They remind me of the Las Vegas Raiders. They can only run the ball. They can't do anything else. So,
Nard,
if you notice.
What's up?
What do you like?
Well, out of the top 20, to being out of the top 25
by the end of the year, yeah. Which one of these top 10?
This is easy to me. It's Penn State all day.
Okay, so the Georgia boys are together, huh?
Now, this what I'm going to say. I'm going to add to this.
Okay.
Georgia is going to lose to Texas.
Hell no.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Georgia don't lose to Texas. Texas will be in the SEC championship. Georgia will not. And Texas will face Ohio State in the national championship.
Wow. I'm not driving to that.
Go live. You just saved yourself. Good job.
Hey, I'm telling you this now. I can't believe you got on here and told
the Go Live bandwagon now.
You said all this, look, and you got this food right here in the dog.
Oh man! See what happened is, look, Nard's in the dark too. Now they're both like.
Now you want to cut the lamp on in your bedroom
together because they're both in the dark. I don't know what's going on.
But I'm telling you, hey, here's what I say right here, man.
All right, let's go.
Georgia. Now I'll say this: Georgia may I'm not gonna not what he said. They either gonna lose to Texas or Alabama. Okay. Georgia gonna take a hard loss. They're gonna bounce back. Georgia will be in the SEC championship. I don't know who's coming from the West.
There is no SEC championship anymore. Oh yeah,
yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's the top two. It's the top two.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. That's right. There's no divisions. I forgot. They're not broken up anymore.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is.
Georgia went up 1 or 2.
I don't know who else is gonna be there.
So you think they'll rematch with Texas or who?
Probably Alabama, and we're gonna monkey stomp them this time. Believe it.
Monkey stomp.
Yeah.
I think.
See, Flo, I already know you a hater. You wanted Alabama to beat Georgia anyway. I know you.
Well, Flo, I think y'all lost y'all mystique when y'all lost Nick. When y'all lost Nick, y'all lost y'all mystique.
You a second, just like the Cowboy, my second team. Now you want me to keep flip flopping. Now you know the Falcons that made all these big strategic moves.
Oh.
Let's talk about it. So
you gonna go there? Now you're not DC? You're not DC for life? What's going on here?
Omar, what you think, Omar?
What's going on here, Ken? All this time you've been DC for life. You come
Omar, what you about to say, Omar? Come on, Omar. Come on, Omar, smoke it up, man.
I don't know why you keep letting Flo coerce and bamboozle you into these falsehoods.
Is that what you're gonna do? You gonna go Cowboys second team now?
He look, the Cowboys have always been his second team. He's been a Falcons fan. He was just trying to placate you by being nice. All right, the game is over. The charades are done.
And Flo, and you see how and we stacked the deck this year, Flo. I can't. You come on, man. I tell you what, Flo.
Be your second team.
No, listen. The Falcons have made more strategic moves in the offseason than the Dallas Cowboys. You cannot argue with me about that. Am I right?
Who's a better quarterback? Okay, who's a better quarterback, Dak or Cousins?
I don't give a damn about no Prescott. Who else y'all got?
Who's a better receiver? Y'all's receiver or CD?
I don't know how you're saying CD right now. He's not signed, buddy. Don't count him yet.
He's going to get signed.
Sitting out right now.
Get signed. Who's better?
I'm gonna give you CD. You got it.
All right.
Yeah, say start naming out that. No. Keep going, Flo. Keep start naming those random guys that I saw the same names at Pep Boys the other day. Go ahead. Start naming those guys. Come on, man.
Jalen Brooks, Albert.
Who better than Tolbert? Drake London.
Jake London.
Drake London.
Drake London. Kyle Pitts. Running back. They got Bijan Robinson.
Algier. Bijan Robinson. Who next?
Okay, that's it. That's what I got running back. When was the last time a running back took you to a Super Bowl and won it?
Yeah, let it go, man.
Top running back. When's the last time a top running back won the Super Bowl? Emmitt Smith?
Okay.
My prediction.
They've made a team.
The Falcons will win the Super Bowl.
Huh? Are you
my prediction? My prediction is the Falcons will win the Super Bowl. They would do just like. Hold on, listen to me. They're gonna do just.
Yeah.
They're gonna do just like the Eagles did that year when Carson Wentz went down and what's his name is start with an F. The other quarterback led him on to the championship.
Nick Foles?
Nick Foles.
Get your names together.
You're reaching, man. That's a reach.
It's gonna be.
I think y'all make the playoffs, but
All right, here we go. Let's make our picks.
I can't subscribe to that.
Let's go AFC. Woo!
All right, let's
Best
go
pick,
AFC.
best
Let's get our
conference.
picks in. We already know where Canteen's going now, so I don't know what's going on.
Man, Flo, I just had to make a point, man.
No.
Like, you know I'm with the Cowboys, but like,
All right, we're
what's
going to start AFC East.
See, he said he cut me off. He just cut me off.
Let's go AFC East.
Yeah, I'm
You just
telling you.
said
Look
second
how he
team.
be treating you.
That's
Look how
second
he be
team.
treating you. Look
You
how
just
he be
said
treating
second
But
team.
Flo, what's taking Dallas so long to make strategic moves to
They don't
win a
need to
Super
make
Bowl?
moves.
Damn, man, it's been 30 years. What's taking so long for us to make strategic decisions and
Jerry
win?
Jones. You know it's Jerry Jones. Come on.
You know what you need, right?
Oh,
Hey, we got
Think about
AFC
more.
next week. I want to talk about the AFC, the
But-
glorious AFC.
Our
Let's talk
Dallas
about
needed one move. That's all they needed, make one move.
All right. So we go AFC East, Buffalo, New York, Miami, and the Patriots. We'll just go right to left. We'll go in order on the screen. And Omar, go down to Jake, and then Nard. If you want to jump in, you can. But anyway,
Okay.
so what you got, Canteen? What do you got winning the East, AFC East, and give me a record.
So, man, when we look at the AFC East, man,
of this blasphemy.
we got the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, man. We've seen the last 3-4 years. I mean, the Jets, not the Jets, but Miami's won. I mean, not Miami's won, and then the Bills have won. But I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm going against everything I love this year, man. I think the Jets gonna win the AFC.
What?
You said what?
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all.
And the reason is
Tua Tagovailoa is not gonna have an extraordinary season. You can put a big X by them.
and they're still gonna,
Listen what I'm saying. Injury-prone quarterback. You give him X amount of dollars for what? He ain't want a playoff game. He ain't want a playoff game.
okay.
Right? The Bills.
What's your records here? Give me records as you pick.
You got your records down?
You ready? I'm gonna go
Miami, what?
Miami 12-5.
Okay. Now you just making these up as you go.
I'm just shooting it.
Okay.
12-5.
Started out with a 14. I was like, are you serious? Okay, go ahead.
11. Hey, I'm going 11-6.
For who?
11-6 for the Bills.
Okay.
Jets. I'm gonna go
Well, they got to win, so.
14-3.
Wow.
Whoa.
Patriots
Hey,
9-8.
Wow.
9-8. Hey, can't
Wow.
man. It's time to go to sleep, bro.
And Flo, you better write these.
I'm
down,
writing it
man.
down.
Write them down.
I'm writing it down,
What
man.
is that?
Write them
Bad?
down.
9-8.
So Jets 14-3, Miami 12-5, Buffalo 11-6, and New England 9-8.
That's what I got. Man, I'm right. I don't want y'all talking about, man, can't he drunk on his blah, 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 blah.
He's got
I'm
the
right,
whole
I'm right.
division.
He on that Henny early.
He had the whole division having a positive record. Yeah, Canteen, man.
There might be 3 teams making out of that division. With
There
that
ain't no
record.
way in the
Omar.
hell.
Go,
Who
Omar.
next?
Who Nick? Nick, go ahead, Omar. Help Canteen out a little bit here.
Canteen. I told you last year there are only a finite amount of games that they play in each division. Each team only plays 17 games. You can't have everybody in the division with 9 wins. That don't make no sense. Somebody got to be a bad loser, and that is
No,
the
that's
Patriots.
not necessarily true, Omar.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
you ain't gonna have
3 teams out of the division go to the playoffs, Omar. That's happened.
right,
It's
but
happened.
first of all, it's very rare, and second of all, even when it does, they usually have a team that's really bad, and that's going to be New England. New England's going to be 4-13. There's no way they win more than 4 games.
Okay.
Not even possible. They've got a
All
new
right.
coach. They've got a new quarterback. They're trying to work in these other people. And your other pick of the Jets, don't even get me started on that. There ain't no way on God's green earth they're
Aaron
winning
Rodgers.
14 games.
Aaron Rodgers.
Ain't no way they're winning 14 games. That ain't happening. Anyways, let me
Aaron
give you my pick.
Rodgers. Okay.
The
go ahead.
Dolphins will be 11-6, leader in
Okay.
the division in the clubhouse. Buffalo 10-7 at number
Ooh.
2. And I am going to agree with Ken. I'm not going to say they're going to have 14 wins, but I do agree that there will be 3 teams in this division with 9 wins.
You're
I think the
crazy.
Jets are 9-8 and sneak in with the wild card, and then again, New England's going to suck really bad at 4-13.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Omar
Okay.
said it.
And what's your main reason for the Miami winning that instead of Buffalo? Because Buffalo's won it.
I think Buffalo after they've obviously they're bringing back James Cook, but they're not bringing back Stephon Diggs. They're not bringing back other players that they had to cut for cost considerations, including Jordan Poyer on their defense, some of their offensive linemen. Buffalo it's gonna have to be a Josh Allen hero season, or they're just gonna. I mean, 10 wins isn't bad, but I just think Miami is the better team. I think Miami's the better team.
Okay, slightly. Okay, what do you got, Jake? And
all right,
yeah. So
I'll
it's a competitive division all of a sudden.
New England is going 3-14. This is the worst team in the whole entire conference. Sorry. We'll see you later. Out of here. Bye. Sayonara. You suck. The Jets. I don't know why you're high on this Jets team. I see Aaron Rodgers ain't doing shit the whole time. I'm so tired of this crap.
That boy talking.
We'll see you later. 7-10. They're done for as well. Aaron Rodgers becomes a depleted, injury-prone quarterback. He's done for 7-10. Book him.
Wait a minute. Who? New England?
The Jets.
7-10.
Also see that.
Wow.
7-10.
Okay.
The Buffalo Bills
I don't expect
will go 11-6, and they're one of my playoff teams. I do believe, though, they will lose again, and that coach will be fired by the end of this season.
Okay.
We'll see you later, Steve.
McDermott.
Yeah.
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott.
Steve.
And what'd you have for Miami?
That's how bad it is for him. Sorry, Steve McQueen.
He said that's how bad it is.
As I was saying, Miami will have the best record at 12-5. However, I don't see them going far in the playoffs. I do believe Tua will. After this season, they will look at Tua and wonder why they gave him that contract, because that's the most they're going to get. That's his ceiling, making the playoffs. 12-5.
Wow.
Great Odell addition. I think that helps them. They now have 3 receivers: Waddle, and Odell. There's a reason why they will be the number 1 seed in their division.
When did Odell Beckham start becoming a superstar again? Because last time I checked, he can't stay healthy.
I'm not saying he's a superstar, but when he's a third option on the other 2 guys that are speedy,
let him stay healthy first. Okay. He stayed healthy last year.
So you both have Miami winning the division, you and Omar.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And Can's got the Jets 14-3. Wow.
Crazy. Well, you got to be embarrassed. They lose week 1 automatically. That means they can lose 2 more games.
You want in on this? I mean, you don't have to give me records and art if you're not, but you can give me who you think's first, second place if you want.
First, Bills.
Bills, okay.
Hard to beat Josh Allen.
Okay.
Second, Miami. I give them that. Third, Jets.
Okay.
Basically. And you know who last? The
Patriots. I don't agree with you for 1 and 2.
Yeah, at least we all agree that the Patriots are going to be in last place in this division, but Canteen's got them 9-8. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills. I like Nard's pick. I think the Bills, despite all that, despite losing Stephon Diggs, and you're not even sure about Joe Brady as offensive coordinator, but this kind of team is placed to his kind of play calling, I believe, and the offensive line might be the best offensive line they've had in a while. And so I think that anytime you have a good offensive line with a really good quarterback, you have a lot of success. And so I think that's going to be what's going to help the Bills overcome this season, despite losing Diggs. They have one of the best offensive lines they've had since Josh has been there. And I think that I think Josh has to overcome, and I think they're gonna, and I think I think that this plays to Brady's offensive, this kind of play style, running the ball, not throwing it so much, being more limited in the pass game, but more of a run, more of a balanced attack. So that's what I think. I think the Jets are going to be second place, 10-7. I think Miami's going to take a step back. You guys know when someone gets paid, I think they have a down year for whatever reason. It just seems it doesn't always happen, but typically that's what happens. Tua got paid. He's going to have a down year. They're going to be 9-8. For some reason, it's a narrative now. They can't beat people in the cold. For some reason, under 45 degrees, they tend to lose all those games, if not most of them. So they also lost 2 of their linebackers on defense, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. They're not going to come back till late in the season. That's going to hurt them on the defensive end. And so I think that they're going to have a down year. And of course, New England, I'm actually a bright spot for me for New England. I think they're going to be better because Drake May is the real deal. Drake May may be Drake May. He might be the real deal. And so I think they're going to be better.
Right.
Advertised, but not quite 9 games. I think they'll be 6-11, maybe 7-10 on the high end. But I think he's going to be good. He's going to be, but I just think they don't have enough around him for them to be competitive in that division. So that's what I got. 1, 2, 3. Buffalo, Jets, Miami, New England. All right. So that's your cogent analysis, unlike everybody else. Okay. Oh no, Omar had good analysis.
Oh yeah.
All right, AFC North. What you got, Canteen? Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati. What kind of wild take do you have, Ken, this time?
Hey man, so I think with AFC North, man, I'm gonna go Baltimore. 13-4. Baltimore wins 13 games. They lose 4. I'm gonna go the Bengals 11-6.
Okay.
The Bengals. I'm gonna go 10-7 with the Steelers. I think the Steelers are gonna.
Wow.
But listen what I'm
10
saying.
wins for the Steelers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Too bad.
Here's
Canteen's like Oprah. You get a car. Everybody gets a car.
Here's what I want you guys to understand. The Steelers have never had a losing season.
Okay, but
Doesn't matter if it's 10 wins, 9. They've been above 500 football.
Oh
for
man.
the past, for as long as Mike Tomlin has had his tenure there. Wow. Then I'm gonna go 9-8 with the Browns. 9-8 with the Browns.
Wow. Another competitive division. Wow.
Wait, is that 4 teams over 9 wins?
4 teams again over 9 wins.
Over 9 wins, yeah.
He didn't learn from your last class.
Yeah, team, that's not possible. I'm trying to tell you, you can't just give everybody 9 wins.
That's just my that's my projection, Flo.
Oh my God.
All right. Here, we'll compare. We'll make comparisons.
I know, I get it. Look, hey, I love it. I love you just going with your heart. But I just want you to know mathematically it's just not possible because there's only a certain, I love you. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
And Jake, you over there laughing. Okay, Jake, keep laughing. I was going to spare your ass. Keep laughing, Jake.
It's all good. I apologize. I do agree with Ken on one thing. Baltimore is going to be awesome again. 12-5. They added Derrick Henry. Everybody says he's too old. I don't believe so. He's still got miles.
He still got it.
I just see him playing.
Wow.
I saw him play at Nissan Stadium twice last year. He still got it. He's going to help Baltimore. I believe that, although they did lose Patrick Queen, who was the best defender on their team to their division rival, the Steelers, I still think they will be.
That's a big loss.
It is a big loss.
Okay.
It's a huge loss. He changed their whole defense around last year. I do agree with Ken with Cincinnati, 11-6. The Joe Burrow reinvention tour with the blonde hair and not getting injured, hopefully. They still got a really good offensive line there. They've got the weapons. They did lose Joe Mixon, but they're saying that, Chase Brown is a highly looked at young prospect. So we'll see what happens there. Cleveland, 8-9. I just can't trust Deshaun Watson. We haven't seen it since Houston. Yeah, you got Amari Cooper. You're hoping Nick Chubb can come back healthy, although he had that horrible broken leg last year. The defense is always going to be amazing there, led by Myles Garrett. I think they're just always going to be around a 500 team, so I'll say 8-9. And then finally, Ken, you're right. Pittsburgh has not had a losing season in forever, as they say in the Sandlot. But I have to say, sometimes everything good has to come to an end, right? Nothing lasts forever is how they say. If you remember quoting Outkast, nothing lasts forever.
Ooh, Outkast.
But it's 6-11. 6-11 and in 4th place. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields collaborate for one of the horrible. Pittsburgh seasons of all time.
On the
They
other
don't
side.
have Deontay Johnson. All they have is George Pickens. and
George
some
Pickens,
rookies.
George Pickens.
What if they get Ayuk?
He's not a proven number one. He's not a proven number one.
No. Pickens ain't. He's not a proven number one. You're right. You're absolutely right, Omar.
Now, shout out TJ Watt, the stat leader. We already talked about him a couple weeks ago. Shout out.
Okay.
All right, I'll go mine.
All right, Jake. Wow. So
Well,
go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
Pittsburgh, we'll start with them. I
Okay.
don't know if y'all been watching the preseason, but boy, does Russ and Justin Fields really telling you, hey, who wants to be the starter? Because they both suck.
Pretty
so
much.
it's embarrassing to watch. 5-12
Well, that's
for
part of
them.
that's our old line, though, Jake.
Huh?
And there, I mean,
That's
it
on
doesn't
me.
help.
That's on me.
It definitely
That
doesn't
goes
help.
back to
That's what I'm
what
saying, though. It's
Sean
not
Payton
necessarily
said
them.
last year, you hold ball too damn long. Good luck.
So no
buddy.
more Super Bowl goals with Russ.
We'll see you later. We'll see you later, Russ. We got both. Put a bow on
No
it.
more Super Bowl
As I was
goals.
saying, Cleveland will now have a pushback. as
What
well.
did
They
you
go
get Pittsburgh though? I missed your Pittsburgh.
5-12.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. Next.
Cleveland goes 7-10. They
Okay.
fall back. This will be the year they finally acknowledge that they made the worst contract deal ever
7-10.
with Deshaun
Wow.
Watson. They will acknowledge it.
Yes, they did. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is the hard part. I think both teams go 12-5. I think Cincinnati
wow.
and Baltimore go 12-5. Here's the key, though.
Okay, I can see that.
I
can see
think
that, yeah.
the only bad thing that happens to Cincinnati is for some damn reason the Browns and the Steelers always match up against Cincinnati well. And the only reason Baltimore takes first place is because Cincinnati will have more division losses in those 5 losses than the
Wow.
Ravens will. So that's
Okay.
the only reason Baltimore will have the number 1 seed in that division. Other than
Wow.
that, hey, I get it. Derrick Henry's back, whatever. Lamar, you still have to show me something this year. And I don't think you will when playoffs start.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, you really got to get a light bill paid. If you need me to send you money, I will, because I can't even see you, and it looks weird because I know fans online are like wondering why is this
Nard-
ghost talking from the dark. But
Nard's
I'll pay the
imitating
bill.
Hey, me and Mr. Go Live are looking pretty good like this in the dark.
Hey, I like that dude. I like that dude. He's
All right. Let's go. So I'll give you my rundown real quick.
Well, Go Live didn't get his.
Go live, yeah.
Oh,
take
Nard.
yours.
Yeah, go ahead, Nard. Give me your 4.
well,
What you think they're going to rank?
Cincinnati 1, Baltimore 2,
Okay, everybody's got
Cleveland 3,
Ooh.
and
okay.
Pittsburgh bottom.
That's about
Pittsburgh,
right.
what? What do you say?
Number
know.
4,
It don't matter.
bottom,
It don't
of the
really
list,
matter.
bottom of the barrel.
Bottom. Okay.
Bottom,
All
no
right.
matter.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Ken's the only one that I guess we're all picking either Baltimore or Cincinnati. It looks like, which kind of makes sense here. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be Cincinnati's. Of course, all this is barring injury. Of course, this is gonna be Cincinnati's year. Just like last year, I think was the Bills' window was closing. This is Cincinnati's. The window's gonna close right now. Start to close after this year because they've got a Jamar Chase. He's also holding out. No one's really talking about that for more money. And they're not gonna be able to pay. What's the other receiver's name?
He'll be paid before the
But
season.
the other
I'm not
receiver, what's the other receiver's name?
worried.
T. Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. You're not gonna be able to keep him next year, even if he plays this year.
I've never
And,
worried about his players.
And then
around.
that Joe Burrow, contract starting to, it's still pretty expensive. This is a year where they have everybody. They're gonna have pretty much all their offense. I think they're gonna be 12-5. I think they'll still struggle a little bit because last year defensively they were last in yards allowed, so they're gonna give up a lot of yards. And so I think that's gonna be tough on them. But I still think they got enough on the offense to make it happen. And this is kind of their year to try and make a run. So I'm gonna go Cleveland 12-5. I'm gonna go Baltimore 11-6. Baltimore 11-6. I don't know if I trust Lamar yet. He comes off his MVP years.
I mean,
doesn't
if you
look
ain't trusted
good.
him by now, you ain't never gonna trust him.
Well, I don't
Then-
trust him as a passer. I mean, he's not a very good passer. I mean, and he's slimmed down, so he might get hurt more. And you mentioned Patrick Queen leaving, but they also lost Geno Stone, and so those are 2 big losses. let's see what happens. The concern is also Lamar's offensive line. They're not that good, and we'll see what happens. That's not going to bode well for their new running back that supposedly is still good. And so I think that they're going to take a little bit of a step back. I still think they're a playoff team, but I think they're going to go 11-6. And I'm gonna say Cleveland's going to surprise some people. I think Deshaun Watson's going to play well this year, and they got a great defense, an awesome defense. They're going to keep him in the games, and I think Deshaun Watson's going to get back into somewhat form. They're going to be 9-8. They may make the playoffs depending on how it all pans out. So they'll be 9-8. I think Pittsburgh, this is going to be their first season, even though in Russ we trust. I think they're going to be 8-9 just because the team around them is not good. Like you said, they don't have a true number one wide receiver. Their offensive line is not good, very good at all. And the last, 3 or 4 years, the two quarterbacks that have gotten sacked the most are these two quarterbacks, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, have been the most sacked quarterbacks of the last 2-3 years. So without a good offensive line, that's going to continue. And so they're going to struggle. They may even be 7-10, but I'm going to give them 8-9 just because it's, Mike Tomlin. I'll give him some credit. He might make it, but we'll see. All right. AFC South.
Can I say one thing about Cincinnati?
Okay, go ahead.
Cincinnati, Joe Burrow is the only quarterback that owns Patrick Mahomes.
I've said that before.
Yeah,
I've said that before.
Kind of.
No, there's no kind of. He's 3-1 against him.
They lost the last time in the playoffs.
That's fine, and they lost not because of Joe Burrow. That was because that idiot linebacker.
And the one time they beat him in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. That was a really tight game, so it wasn't.
So hold on, Burrow did the same thing to him as well. He beat him in the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, but when's the last time they went to the Super Bowl?
That's fine. He's been hurt.
Okay,
that's fine.
Okay,
don't worry.
Okay, every year since the Super Bowl that he's been hurt every year.
He just went to the Super Bowl the year before last.
Okay,
don't worry.
All right. Okay. All right. Hey, I gave him first place, man. What do you want? Got him in first place. What you want, Jake? All right, so let's go. AFC South, Houston, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis. What you got, Ken? Everybody's winning.
Hey, man.
You get a car.
Nah, man. Let me be honest about this division, man. I think that Stroud gonna have a great season. D'Amico Ryans and company, I think they're gonna finish 12-5.
Woo. Okay.
I'm gonna go 12-5 with the Texans. Wow. I really need to see something out of Anthony Richardson, man. He got injured early on last year, so I'm gonna go 10-7 with them.
Wow. Okay.
The Jaguars made a huge mistake. They made a huge mistake. Why the hell would you give Sunshine all of that money?
He's a good quarterback.
Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence, whatever.
I'll go 8. Remember the Titans?
I'll go 8. I'll go 8-9 with the Jaguars.
Wow, they're gonna drop off.
8-9 with the Jags.
Okay.
The Titans, they got Will whatever his name, Levis or whatever. They got rid of Tannehill. They had this other kid that came out of Liberty University. They're a decent team.
Malik Willis or something?
I haven't even really seen much of Malik Willis. They'll go 6-11.
Nobody has.
They'll go 6-11.
Okay, finally a somewhat plausible standings here. He doesn't like the AFC South at all, except for Houston.
They're horrible, man. They're horrible.
Okay, what do you got, Omar?
Yeah, all right. So, I mean, the biggest turnaround of all from one season to the next, as we saw, was a couple years ago with C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. That was crazy. None of us saw that. So much so that I definitely did not pick their 11 wins last year, but I am definitely doing that this year. 11 wins for the Houston Texans, number one in that division. You got C.J. Stroud down there. You've now brought in Joe Mixon, which actually gives you a number one running back in that room for the first time ever. Then you also brought in Stephon Diggs to fortify your receiving room when last year you had the breakout in Tank Dell, who's fully recovered from all of his injuries. So this offense is just going to be on point. And it's not like their defense is shabby either. They got Derek Stingley Jr., Will Anderson. They've got a very stout defense as well, 11-6. Jacksonville. Still middle of the pack, 500, just as they are always. 9-8 is what I'll go with.
Okay.
They're bringing back most of the same team. Their offense is the same with Etienne, Ingram, Kirk, all coming back, along with Sunshine as Canteen mentioned. One of my favorite characters, Sunshine. He was a great character.
Right.
You just can't trust this team to either stay healthy and or win games that actually matter. Now, you know, is Eric Armstead going to help at that defense? Is Gabe Davis going to help out the receiver room? We'll see. I got them 9-8. Now, let's move on to the Indianapolis Colts. They were almost a playoff team last year. They almost slid
9-8. You said 9-8, Omar?
I did 9-8 for Jacksonville.
Okay.
They almost slid in to a wild card spot last year. They did not. Now they're bringing back Anthony Richardson instead of Gardner Minshew. So I do think it'll a little bit of a step back just because he's technically still in his rookie season, even though he sat red shirt.
Okay.
Also, we got to hope that he can stay healthy. We don't know that is going to happen as well yet. Their defense is on the come up. A lot of good young players, including the drafted Latu out of UCLA. 8 clap, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I got them at 7-9, and then finally rounding it out, my hometown team, at least my adopted hometown team, the Nashville, aka Tennessee Titans, will be bringing up the rear because they're going to be trash this year. Bars 6-11. Even with Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins is hurt to start the season. Their defense is not great. Their offensive line hopefully will be better if Taylor Lewan can come back healthy at any point. But yeah, they're going to bring up the rear at 6-11, my friend.
Oh, nice. Okay. So everybody looks like they're getting at Tennessee's in last place. What do you think, Jake? I think we're all going to agree.
This one's the
close.
most simplest one you could think of. Tennessee will have the worst record. Will Levis, I don't trust him. I think they'll be fighting for the first round pick next year, 4-13.
Oh, wow. 4.
Jacksonville.
What?
I like Trevor. I don't like his head coach. I think injuries will play a part, and they will end up going 6-11. I think they have a very depressing season this year.
Wow.
I think their players are not worth it. Indianapolis. I think they take a step up, but in the end, I think AR gets hurt again, and they go 8-9.
What?
Hurt again?
I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him.
To the record.
What
if he stays healthy?
I still don't believe in him. He's young.
Okay, that's fair.
Lastly, I think this is going to be the surprise of the year. I think Houston will actually win the number 1 seed overall of the AFC with a 13-4 record. I think they'll have the 13-4 record. They will be the 1 seed in the AFC this year.
Wow.
I think they did too many moves. They have now 2 pass rushers, Daniel Hunter, Will Anderson on each side, coming right at the best quarterbacks in the leagues. And then they have gotten better all around from getting Stephon. Tank Dell's now another year wiser. They ended up getting Joe Mixon Vixen. Come on, man. This team is set up for success.
I mean, I agree, but damn, 13, that's a lot. But I can see it.
Wow, that's a lot.
13-4. They have the worst. In all the divisions, they have the worst one. That's the worst division in the AFC.
That's fair. I mean, they do have tough division. I mean, that's not very good. That's not going to be as good as the others. Except, well, I mean, the AFC West, AFC West has Broncos and
you get ready, buddy.
Raiders.
You're getting to them next.
We'll see. All right, go ahead, Nar. What do you got here for the AFC South? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, to me, it's a two-race horse. You know, it's basically Houston and the Jags. I hate to say it, but yeah, it's Houston and Jags. And
who wins?
The Colts, they're going to be third, and Tennessee going to be bottom out because they on the rebuilding stage, look like. So to me, they on the rebuilding thing. They ain't trying to compete like that.
Okay. All right. I think we all agree with Tennessee. We had kind of similar records. Jake's giving the worst. I give them kind of in between. I get 5-12 with Tennessee. They got a new coach. I just don't see how they're going to be rebuild that quickly and be able to be competitive. Jacksonville, kind of the same. I have them at least 9-8. I think Lawrence is still a good quarterback. He was injured most of last year, so I think that was part of the reason that they didn't. They kind of fizzled out a little bit. Plus, they had Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis was a good free agent. They also got Brian Thomas Jr., a first-round pick, a wide receiver. I think he'll be solid. And they also signed Eric Armstead, was a good signing for them on defense. And so I think that they'll be able to salvage a decent season. Maybe they win 10 games, but I'm just going to go 9-8. I just think, I don't know. I don't think they have enough on offense to go with Lawrence to be competitive. Even though they're in a weaker division, I still think they can get 9 wins because of the division, because Tennessee's not going to be very good. Nobody's a super great team on that. I mean, y'all think Houston is, but I'm not convinced of Houston yet. I think the Colts, I like the Colts more than you guys do. Well, not more than Canteen, though, because Canteen had them 10-7, but almost as much as Canteen does. So I think Anthony Richards is going to come out. We'll see if he gets pegged injury prone. I mean, it's just been 1 year, so it's not quite. We can't quite say that. Right. Yeah, plus, I like Shane Steichen. He's a really good offensive coach. Yes. I like what he's done in NFL, and he's solid. He works good with quarterbacks. I think he'll work with Anthony Richardson. I think he'll try and keep him safe. I think he's going to teach him some tips and tricks to keep him, from making too many risky runs, because that's where he's going to tend to get hurt. I like the wide receiver group they have with Michael Pittman. They got the guy Adonis Mitchell from Texas. He's going to be a good, solid receiver even as a rookie. And they got Josh Downs and Alec Pierce also. And I think that the offensive line is going to be the key for them. Can they keep Richardson? Can they keep him fairly upright? Right? Can they keep him? And can Richardson work with them and not make them work too hard and he doesn't scramble too much and try to do too much? And so I think this is going to be a good year for him. I think he's going to be a year where we say, hey, man, Richardson's for real. He just doesn't have quite enough around him as a team, but I think they go 9-8. And Houston, we all got Houston first place, but I'm not as sold on Houston as you guys are. I think I'm going to of the opinion that CJ has a sophomore slump. I think usually a guy who comes out like that, a lot of times the defenses figure him out. They figure out his tendencies. I think he'll still be good, but I think he has a little bit of a sophomore slump. I think the defenses will know what he does well and what he doesn't do well, and they'll attack that. Though they do have a solid offense around him. Stephon Diggs is a good addition, along with Tank Geld coming back off injury. Who knows how healthy he'll be, if he'll be the same guy. DeMeco Ryans is defensive coach. I like offensive coaches for young quarterbacks, so I think that will hinder CJ somewhat because that is a defensive coach, and I just don't like defensive coaches with young quarterbacks. So I think they take a slight step back. They still win the division at 10-7, though. That's what I got for the AFC South. Let's go. All right, AFC West, the one we've all been waiting for. I think.
You got about go live.
Oh, go live. He got it. No, he got it.
Oh, did he?
Got
okay.
It. Yeah, he went. He had Houston, Jacksonville, Colts, and then Tennessee.
Okay.
All right. Yep. And here we go. This is the one we all wanted to. Jake's been waiting for. I'm sure Omar, not necessarily because of his team, but just because of Jake's team. I know he's waiting. But we'll see.
All right, man. So when we look at the AFC West, man, I mean, we already know that, Kansas City, Andy Reid, Mahomes, and everything that they bring out there at the page. I'm out there at the with the Chiefs, man. I think the Chiefs. I'm not gonna say they're gonna have a phenomenal record, but I think the Chiefs are gonna go 13-4.
That's pretty phenomenal.
That's 13-4 for the Chiefs.
Okay.
I mean, that
now I like Antonio Pierce. I like his tenacity. I like his perseverance. I like his patience. I like everything that Antonio Pierce brings to the table. He's already identified Minshew as starting quarterback for the Raiders.
Gardner Minshew.
I'm gonna go 10-7 with the Raiders. 10-7 with the Raiders.
Oh, wow.
Devontae Adams, 10-7 with the Raiders. No, we're still early.
Omar be excited about that one.
All right.
I would jump out my damn house if that happened.
Jake is really elaborate. Jake feels good about his Sean Payton. He feels good about Now, what's name has looked good in the preseason?
Bo Nix the fix.
Look great. Don't say good. The best quarterback in the preseason.
Let me finish, Jay.
He's always going overboard with his teams, man. I'm telling you.
With Jake's team, I'm gonna give Jake 9 and 8.
Okay.
9 and 8.
I like that. Okay.
Here's where everything's gonna crumble. Here's where the Titanic's gonna sink.
Okay.
Harbaugh should have stayed in Michigan.
Whoa.
Harbaugh should have stayed in Michigan.
Really?
I think that this kid, what's the quarterback name from the Chargers?
Herbert?
Injury prone.
Really?
They're gonna have a horrible season. They're gonna go 5 and 11. They're gonna go 6 and 11.
What? Wow.
Chargers 6 and 11, man.
Wow. Interesting.
That's my take.
Wow. That's definitely not the norm. Okay, what you got, sports professor?
Yeah, definitely. So, I think.
Hey, Cam, real quick. So you have the Jets number 1 seed because they got the best record. Go ahead, Omar. After this, you can tell us who you have the number 1 seed. Jake's already told us Houston's the number 1 seed. So whenever you're done, you can give us your number 1 seed. Okay. Overall, number 1 seed. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, I think everybody has the Chiefs as their number 1 team in the AFC West. If you do not, then you're obviously have something wrong with your knowledge of football. I have the Chiefs at 12 and 5. There's nothing really.
We haven't heard Jake yet.
My point still holds.
Point exactly right.
My point is still accurate. Flo. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If he says that, what I said was correct. So anyway,
your point is taken. Yes.
12 and 5 for the Chiefs.
Okay.
I don't see much of a come down. I mean, yeah, even if you want to say anything, that their receiving core possibly did not improve, and that's because now Hollywood Brown is hurt the first 6 weeks, and Rashee Rice, we don't know what he's going to do. But even then, you can't really say that because if they both come back and do anything, it's an upgrade from what they had last year. 12 and 5. The Raiders won 8 games last year, and they're bringing back a better team. The defense is better. They signed Christian Watkins in the offseason. Gardner Minshew is starting, who's an upgrade over Aiden O'Connell. Antonio Pierce had the juice, took them 5 and 3 down the stretch. I can't see that there's any way that they don't win 8 games. The over-under for them is 8.5. I'll go under and say 8, but they are going to win 8 games. The Raiders are definitely winning 8 games.
That's fair.
The Chargers win total is set at 8.5. A lot of people.
I see where this is going, no more. Go ahead.
Huh?
I see where this is going. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you see where I'm going. Hopefully the bozo below me sees where I'm going too.
He doesn't. He's not looking at his
So
go ahead.
The Chargers are pegged to 8.5 wins, but let's think about this really. They only won 5 games last year. All their players were hurt. Justin Herbert didn't even play the last 4 games, and they're bringing in Jim Harbaugh. So while I don't think they're going to get to the 8.5, I do think Jim Harbaugh at least accounts for a couple wins, if nothing else. So I'm going with 7 and 11 for the Chargers. They're still bringing back, even though they lose all their offensive weapons. They lost Allen, Williams, Eckler. They're bringing back the whole defense. So that's good. I got them at 7. What did I say? Yeah, 7 and 10. Sorry, not 7 and 11. Yes, you're correct about that.
Okay.
And then finally, one of the worst teams in the league again. Did you all know, fun fact that I like to say on this show all the time, there's only been one team that made it to the Super Bowl and then did not make the playoffs the next 8 years. Oh, we're still counting. 8 years. Who's that? Who's that, Hot Take? Who's that?
That's fine. That's
Okay.
the Broncos. We're
Well,
good. We're good.
Denver Broncos, they have a lot of problems. First of all, they lost pretty much their whole offense. Their quarterback is gone. Jerry Jeudy's gone. If you really think that Bo Nix, the fix, is going to be better than Russell Wilson, man, he may be okay eventually. I'm not counting anything better than a rookie quarterback in a rookie season. No, they're going to be running the ball a lot. They're running their offensive line ranked 4th in the league. So that is a positive for them. They can run Javonte Williams behind that league over and over and over again, and that's what they're going to do, but it's still not going to help them. Denver has one of the worst schedules in the whole league By the way, they lost Lloyd Cushenberry, the center. I forgot about that, but I just remembered that. And he was their best run blocker. They have a horrible schedule. They only play 8 games at home. 4 come against the AFC North, one of the best divisions. 2 come against the Chiefs, and 3 come against potential playoff teams in Atlanta, Seattle, and the Jets. Not to mention, they beat Easton Stick in 2 of their games last year. I got the sorry-ass Denver Broncos at 5-12.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
I can't wait till we get to 5 wins in the first 5 weeks.
Okay.
First 5 weeks. Wow. See, we knew where Jake was going. We already knew that.
I can't anymore.
Go ahead, Jake.
Let's go ahead and go. We're going to start with the Raiders.
The hate is real here.
I don't know how he named his team got better when they lost the best running back, I think, in the league.
I love it. You're such a hater.
24 games by running the damn ball against people. You don't have a running back like that anymore. Congratulations naming all these other guys. Man, Mania Minshew now is supposed to be this great quarterback?
With no running back.
Mullet is back, baby. I'm going to cut a mullet.
They go 4-13. This is a bad team in general.
What?
They don't do anything special.
Man.
I think now you're a year in, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Wow.
That's going to make it worse. Here's the second part. Who is their quarterback? Like I said, Minshew? Mania?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good for about 9 games. He's good for about 9 games.
Like I said, they'll be 4-13.
I didn't butcher his name tonight.
Yeah, good job. Good job, KT. Bro.
The Chargers.
Y'all
Let me tell you something about these Chargers, buddy. This will be the first year that I want them to finally realize that quarterback that they've been promising us to be a great top 5, top 7 quarterback in the league, Jim Harbaugh is going to look at him finally, and he's going to look in the mirror and say, I don't know if I can win with this quarterback. They go 7-10. They have a depressing season this year. Wow. I think Harbaugh literally tells himself, I got to change a whole lot out of this team the next couple of years. Number 2. And boy, have we come a long way.
Don't do it, Jake. Don't do it, Jake. Don't do it.
This is the best quarterback.
Don't do it.
Wow. All the rookies right now.
Hey, bro, you see it right.
Okay. Wow.
This is the best quarterback. I don't know how we're not seeing what he is doing in the preseason. They're already saying he is challenging Caleb for the best quarterback in the freaking league at rookie.
Who's they? Your friends from Frito-Lay? The friends from Frito-Lay?
Only like 3 or 4 rookies, and they're not even.
Bo knows best. They will go 11-6. They will make the playoffs.
Whoa!
This is last year's Houston Texans. Omar, I'm gonna get.
How many did they win last year?
Huh?
Like
how many did they win last year?
7. I think. 7.
Was it 7?
That's fine.
Complete flip.
Said, they will have something to prove this year.
Wow.
And this is the most hungriest team of them all. This is last.
They're the hungriest.
Texans.
Oh, wow. So that makes a lot.
I will go with the Chiefs 13-4. They'll have the second best record, but that doesn't get helpful, guys. Let me tell you the ending of that.
Oh.
Why I have to bring this up is
they're tied with Houston at that record. They're tied with Houston.
Absolutely, but Houston plays in December and beats them head to head in December 21st. Okay. I looked it up. They play December 21st.
So they'll lose that game, and that'll be the tiebreaker game.
That will be the tiebreaker. Here's the ending. The Chiefs will be number 2 seed. The Broncos will be the 7th. History repeats itself. And 2 decades ago, there was a team going for a 3-peat, and I've been saying it all summer. The Patriots tried to go for a 3-peat. It was the horses that were on the helmet that made sure Tom Brady didn't get another ring.
The horses what, by the way? No, I'm just kidding.
Let me finish it off. It will be the horses again that will beat them Chiefs when it matters most in the playoffs, and they will stop Patrick Mahomes from 3-peating. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Get ready.
Heard it here first.
The fix is the real answer. We are here for it all. I can't wait, guys. I can't wait. And I promise you this, in 2 years, 2 years, he will be challenging Patrick Mahomes for the best quarterback in that division. In 2 years. Get ready.
You know what I should have put on? He's going to do what?
No, in 2 years, he will challenge Patrick Mahomes for the best quarterback in that division. Be ready.
There you have it, Jake, the Bronco lover. Number
Hey,
7
hey, look.
making the playoffs
Hey,
and
Flo,
upsetting the Chiefs.
Flo, do not disappear, Jake. Don't do that when your team starts.
Yeah, no, he
We
disappears.
never
Every
disappear.
year he disappears at some point in the season.
First 4-5 weeks, we don't hear nothing from you.
Get
Then
ready.
you pop back up.
What you got, Nard? You got the Broncos second place here? Go ahead, Nard.
All right. First, Chiefs. I can give them that. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I believe in the Chargers. I think the Chargers gonna be second.
Okay.
I really think.
Wow, Chargers. Okay.
Yeah, I really think the Chargers gonna be second. And third, it's gonna be really about a tie between the Raiders and Denver.
So who has the worst
That's
record?
what I say because one quarterback is unproven with the Denver, and the Raiders, I think they just lost over there. They just ain't figured out nothing yet.
Shots fired.
They don't have a quarterback, bro. And
So who's third then? Who are you taking third?
Well, I put it like this: I take Denver third, and I take the Raiders last.
Okay. So we all agree on the Raiders, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna go Raiders. I believe somewhat in Gardner Minshew, but he just has an expiration.
Last?
Yeah, he has an expiration
Oh
date.
my God, what are we doing
6
here?
and 11. Yeah, I'm
Maybe
sorry,
I have
Omar.
silver and black. Maybe I have silver and black rose-colored glasses on, but I don't believe this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can get 7 wins out of that. I mean, Gardner Minshew is decent and solid. I think the problem is interim coaches who are made head coaches never actually pan
That's
out.
true.
If you look at history, they never really pan out. He had a good season last year. He kind of picked them off the ground after they were left for dead. But it's hard for those kind of guys to really make successful careers with that team that they had to go in as interim. That's my only thing. I kind of agree with Jake as far as Bo Nix. I like what I've seen. In the preseason, mind you, but I mean, look at what Caleb Williams is doing, and they're both Bo Nix and Caleb Williams are playing against basically backups. Some guys may not even be in the league, but they look good against those teams. They look good against what they're playing against. They should look good. If you're going to be that guy, you have to look good against these backups. And so, and I like with the Chargers, I like Harbaugh. I think everywhere he's gone, right away he turns them around. Right away, Michigan turned around and got 10 wins after having a terrible season the year before. I think he's going to turn these guys around, but I think he's going to take a little bit of time. Harbaugh likes to run the ball, so he's going to take the ball out of Herbert's hand a little bit. They gave away all their receivers, and so that's going to be tough for them. And so I think it's going to take Harbaugh another year to really turn this team around. I think Chargers go 9-8, and I also believe that Denver, with Bo Nix, I believe him a little more. I think he's going to be solid. He's going to challenge for Rookie of the Year or, challenge Caleb. I think he's going to be that good. I like what I've seen from him. I like playing in a dirty pocket. I like how he releases the ball. I think he's able to make up for a lot of mistakes, and he's got, I just don't know. I like the way he moves around in there, and I like what I've seen so far. But I still think they're not quite there. They don't have a team quite enough. Their defense is kind of suspect. But they could surprise some folks. I think they'll go 9-8. I'm going to give them 9-8 for the Broncos. And then, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah.
9-8?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
They're going to 9-8. I think, and they might make the playoffs. Maybe they'll be second place. It depends on the head-to-head with the Chargers. It's going to depend on that. And Kansas City, of course, will be first place. I think they go 12-5. I think they're still going to struggle a little bit because they haven't settled the wide receivers yet. But they do have a vertical threat with Xavier Worthy. I think he's going to be a solid vertical threat. We'll see what happens with Rashee Rice. If he can, clean that up. And I don't know what happens with Hollywood. If Hollywood can come back and be healthy, I think they'll have a better than last year. But I think they may struggle a little bit. Kelsey's a year older, and during the season, he tends to kind of take some time off. I mean, he gets ready for he's just ready for the playoffs. So, but I still think they're 12-5, and I got them winning. Maybe they'll be first place. because everybody in the I've got is, I think, who's the other 12-5 team I have? I think, yeah, everybody else. Yeah, Cincinnati's the other 12-5 team. So it's between them and Cincinnati. I'm going to say, because Cincinnati's in a tougher division, I'm going to say that Kansas City may pull that out and end up 13-4, or somehow they win. I think does it go by tiebreak? Does it go by the division if there's no head-to-head? Omar, do you know, Professor?
It's all about conference. What's it called then?
Wins.
So since they're in the weaker conference than Cincinnati, I'm going to say that Kansas City pulls out the number one seed. I don't think they play each other this year, but I'm not sure. All right, who was your number one seed? Omar, you didn't mention that.
I don't think that's right, but I'm going to look that up just so we can help our fans out. My number one will be the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, okay. And then I guess Baltimore will be 2 because you had them 12-5 as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Hey, when are we going to go through our actual picks, though, of like the divisional and conference?
We'll tighten up next week, and we'll do our NFC, and then we'll go right into picks. That way, we'll cut some of the content so we can get it all in. Yeah. Because unless you want to do it the right before the draft.
No, I'm saying, if we did all that, I thought we were going to do it right now.
Yeah, we can do it now. If you think we can do it real quick.
I mean, I got mine ready.
Okay, go ahead, Ken. You got your picks?
As far as what?
Who's going to be in the AFC Championship?
Man, y'all go ahead, man. Let me come back.
Okay,
let's wait. We'll just wait till next week.
You have it, Jake? Do you have it?
I have mine.
Okay. Why don't you go and then you think about it? You think about it, Ken.
Go ahead, man. I ain't even thought of it, man.
Let it Omar and Jake go, and then maybe you can.
Omar.
Good. Okay, fine. My number one is KC. That's my number one seed. Number 2 is Baltimore, as you heard. Number 3, Houston. 4, Cincinnati. 5, Miami. 6, Buffalo. 7, Jets. That means the Chiefs will get the bye. Jets would travel to Baltimore. They lose that game. I would then have Buffalo traveling to Houston. They would lose that game. I would have Miami traveling in the cold to Cincinnati. Definitely, they don't play in the whale in the cold. Lose that game. Moving on, Kansas City off their bye. Cincinnati gets revenge after losing the last game last year in December, and then the heartbreaker in the AFC Championship. Cincinnati upsets KC. Then I have Baltimore over Houston. And finally, I have Baltimore over Cincinnati in the AFC Championship Series to go to the Super Bowl. Baltimore will be your AFC Super Bowl representative.
Wow. So you have the Ravens facing the Bengals.
Man, let me sleep on this.
The Super Bowl. Wow. Okay. Who'd you have as the 4 seed in Cincinnati?
Cincinnati, yep.
Okay. Or 5 was Miami.
5 was Miami, and that's why it really doesn't matter because you could flip them, and I still think the outcome will be.
Who's 6? Who'd you have for 6?
6 was Buffalo, and then 7 the Jets just sneak in.
Right. Okay. All right. What you got, Jake?
All right. My 1 seed is going to be Houston. 2 is Kansas City. 3 is Baltimore. 4 is Miami. 5 is Cincy.
3 is Baltimore. 4 is who? Cincy?
5 is Cincinnati.
Who's 4?
6 is Miami.
Miami's 4. Okay.
So we had to flip with me. Yeah.
And then Buffalo 6, Denver 7.
Okay.
So the bye week.
Oh yeah, you have Denver making.
Okay, Houston's the bye week. Kansas City and Denver. Denver beats Kansas City, like I said it was going to happen.
Wow.
Baltimore plays Buffalo. Baltimore
Don't do it,
beats
Jake.
Buffalo.
Don't do it, Jake.
Miami plays Cincinnati. Cincinnati beats Miami. Then Denver plays Houston. Denver beats Houston.
Don't do it,
Baltimore
Jake.
plays Cincinnati. Baltimore beats Cincinnati because I think they'll be more ready.
Will be
Baltimore,
Ravens
Denver
versus
facing the AFC Championship game. I don't
Broncos.
think Lamar is ready. I do believe in Bo Nix. The Broncos will be in this year's Super Bowl. I'm calling it now. I cannot wait till it happens.
I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. I quit this show. I quit this show. I told you I was going to protest. I told you I was going to protest. The next time CBS
I've seen enough.
Omar, he's a Bronco lover. You know this.
They're in the Super Bowl this year. I'm telling you right now.
He left. In protest of your horrible picks. Oh my.
Man,
Nard,
Flo, I ain't ready tonight, man. I'm not
Tell him to
ready.
do it next week. Tell him to do it next week.
Nard, do you have
Okay,
you have an idea who you would have
I
in the
ain't
AFC?
ready, man. I ain't no way I'm ready.
Just tell him who is AFC. Who's representing the AFC, Mr. Go Live?
Do you know, Nard, who you might have?
The AFC Championship game.
Cincinnati is going to
Bengals.
represent the AFC
Okay. He got
In the Super
Cincinnati
Bowl.
representing.
in
Who they
the
beat?
Super Bowl.
Who they gonna
Huh?
beat? Who they gonna beat?
Who they going to beat? They're not going to beat anyone because the Falcons is going to win their first Super Bowl ever.
No, I'm saying who's gonna beat the Bengals? Who are the Bengals gonna beat in the AFC?
AFC Championship.
Oh, I give them Kansas City.
Oh, the Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The
I'll go with you
Cincinnati
next
Bengals will face the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl, and Atlanta will win their
They're
first
crazy. He's
Super
broke
Bowl.
right now.
Wow, you're going with Atlanta in the NFC. Wow. Canteen, you better not do that. You better not pull
I
a
ain't
Jake next
saying
week.
it now.
You better not pull a Jake next week, Cam. All right, that's it. That's the AFC Championship. You're gonna have Kansas. You're gonna have Denver versus the Falcons. Canteen. Woo!
I can't wait, guys. I can't wait.
All right, so me and Ken will go next week. I'll go with Ken, so he does not by himself next week, and we'll
Okay.
pick our AFC at the beginning, and then we'll do our NFC picks, and then we'll pick our AFC or NFC conference championship next week. Me and Ken will go. Hey, did Omar come back in?
He's done
back
for,
in?
buddy.
You back in, Omar? He was protesting. He left in protest. in disgust.
Protested to an L. I can't wait till this all happens. I cannot wait. I'm excited.
Oh man, Nard, thank you for joining the show. Tell the people where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Well, you can follow me on Facebook, Mr. Go Live. Situation Tuesday, every Tuesday night, we talk about everyday subjects, politics, whatever, everything under the sun. But anyway, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all guys for having me on the show. I really had a good time. And anytime y'all want me to come back, I will come back.
All right,
Mr. Go Live, man.
All right, Mr. Go
Hey,
Live.
glad to see you on
bro.
the show, man. Glad that you got to see Hot Take Jake in full effect, man. This is a go time.
Hey, man. Hey, y'all know y'all sports.
Hey,
I get it. I get it.
Okay, Easy Bake Jake on the take.
Easy
Easy
Bake
bake
Jake,
Jake.
man.
Easy Bake Jake. I'm gonna use that.
Put the
Nard.
song on. I want my song. The Broncos are going to the Super Bowl this year, guys. Get excited.
Play a song.
No, I'm talking about the real song. I'm talking about the closing song.
Oh, the closing
Hey.
song.
Put it in, man.
Here we go. Rockets
All
going
the
to the
fun. 477 podcast.
Bo knows best. We're going. We're going.
Hey,
It's
I
on.
like Bo Nix. I think he's the real deal. He's gonna take you places, but not this year. You're gonna fall a little short this
Super
year.
Bowl goals is back at it again, buddy. We're here.
I'm glad you said that, Jake. You just jinxed yourself. You just jinxed yourself.
Goals.
HTJJ is all I gotta say, Jake.
No, sir.
HTJJ.
No, sir. Not this year.
That's
Not
it.
this year.
Hot
We
take
got-
Jake Jinx
hey,
is in.
hey,
Hey, it's
one
in full
love.
effect.
We out.
We
One
see you
love,
next
nation.
time on the Bottom Line Sports. Peace.
When the ticket bomb.